Hi guys, a bit of a makeup tutorial for you today. I'm just going to be doing my everyday, really quick, really easy sort of no makeup look. Obviously I will be you can see that I'm wearing makeup, but like not a lot of it. I wear this to work literally every day. I just swap in different colours. I'm trying out a new texturising spray at the moment. I'm not sure how I feel about it, hence why my hair looks like such a mess. But thoughts on that another time. So I'm just going to get started. Now I just take my foundation, as long as it's a perfect colour match, anyone can use any foundation for this, because all I'm going to do is take it down the centre of my face, because my skin's looking pretty good at the moment. Oh, this is nearly out. I'll be so upset when it goes. And I literally just take a small amount on the back of my hand, then using a RealTechniques buffing brush, dab it on to the places I need most coverage first. And I have hyperpigmentation scars here, a blemish here, and a couple down the middle. So, oh, by the way, if I keep looking over that way, it's because I've got a mirror there. So just blending that on, or buffing that on, should I say, just round the jaw area, round the mouth. Blend, 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 buff, buff, buff. I do bring it down onto my neck purely because I hate tight lines, but I will leave my cheeks relatively clear of any makeup. And I literally just bring it up sort of into the middle of my forehead, blend it out. It looks like I'm being quite rough with my skin here, and I suppose I am in a way. But I just want it all buffed in, and I think I'm almost done there. I don't bring any out onto my cheeks because I like to have a bit of my own skin showing through. I think it looks really pretty and it looks really minimal, and people sometimes can't decide whether that's because it's your own skin or whether because you're just wearing really good strategically placed makeup. So as you can see, I've covered the majority of my blemishes down here. I am going to go back in though with my Double Wear Estee Lauder concealer, and this is in light. Obviously use the concealer that you usually use for this if you don't want to use what I'm using, because I am using quite a few high-end products. And just go in where I can see some blemishes around my nose, because I get a lot of redness there, and I have a lurker on my nose which has been there, God, since I was about 15. It just won't go. It goes and comes back and then goes again. It just won't come to a head. So you can see I've got quite a bit of concealer on, but I'm going to blend it with the RealTechniques. Is this the Deluxe Crease blush? Yeah, Crease blush? Crease brush. So I'm just going to lightly blend it out. I've been doing quite well with my skin recently, and I just want to celebrate that fact really by wearing a bit of makeup but not much. Also, if you work in the kind of profession I do where it's frowned upon to wear lots and lots of makeup, this is a perfect sort of tutorial for you to watch, or this is the kind of makeup really that you want to be aiming at, because especially in the food industry, they don't like you to wear lots and lots of makeup, which is, you know, as long as you're not sort of burying your face in the pie that you've just made. I don't understand what the problem is, but obviously it doesn't look very hygienic. So I just buff all of that concealer in. I don't mind having a few of my hyperpigmentation marks showing through, purely because it then gives the impression that I'm wearing even less makeup. And I know it's not ideal, but sometimes I just don't have time to keep putting concealer on in the morning really, because mine are really dark, especially around here. So that's your base done, basically. The next thing I'm going to do is my brows, because I can go out of the house without mascara and everything else, but I have recently realised I cannot go without brows. So I want them to look really natural, not too penciled in. So I just take a brush, a brow brush, or you can use a spoolie, whatever you prefer. I just have this to hand and I brush them through so they look reasonably tidy. They do need a good trim and they do need a good pluck at the moment, so mine aren't looking the best they ever have, but I'm sure I could, you know, no one scrutinises my face that much. So I'm just going to take my Look Brow Perfect kit, and I use this colour here, which is the second darkest colour, with a RealTechniques brow brush, and I literally just dust it through just to define them slightly. Don't go for the too overworked look. Like I said, I want to look natural. Oh, mistake. I just want to look natural. I don't want to look like I've gone to too much effort with this. I don't want to look like I'm going on a night out. I just want to look natural. So literally that is the brows done. They're a bit more defined. They look a bit smarter. They're filled in, but they're not overdone. They're not penciled on. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyes and my highlight. Purely because I use the same product. I use the MeMeMe Beat the Blues Pearl Pink for this. And this is a great dupe for Benefit High Beam, possibly slightly runnier. Just put a bit on the back of my hand like this, because this is quite runny, so obviously you don't need a lot of it. Then I take a tiny bit on my little finger and just put it on my eyes, across my eyes, eyelids even, and just up to the brow. I just really lifts the eye area, especially if you don't want to look like you're wearing too much, because this is so subtle. You can get away with it a lot more than you would if you were wearing a full-on neutral eye. And obviously it blends to almost nothing, so it literally is just a tiny bit of shimmer. It's so wearable. I love doing this. And then I take a tiny bit more and I take that up my cheekbones. Just dot that in, bit willy-nilly, because you don't want it to look too perfect. Purely because it's supposed to look natural, and obviously natural is not perfection. A lot of people strive to have this natural makeup look that looks so perfect, and I just think you're overdoing it slightly. It doesn't look natural anymore because you have gone to so much effort to look natural. But that's just me. And then I take a bit across my cupid's bow and a tiny bit down my nose, basically any areas you want to highlight, and then up to my brow bone. So as you can see, skin's looking glowy. I haven't got that much makeup on, blemishes have gone, but I still look really natural. Next thing I'm going to do is, might surprise you, I'm going to take my RealTechniques stippling brush and an MUA lipstick, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a tiny bit on the back of my hand. I'm using this really deep fuchsia colour today. Obviously you can use any colour you like. I find actually that these MUA lipsticks double great cream blushes. I just dab my RealTechniques blush brush, RealTechniques stippling brush into the lipstick swatch, pat it off slightly so it's not too intense, and then just dab it onto my cheeks where I want it. I don't want a full blush today, so I'm not going to put it all the way over. I'm just going to put it on sort of the high points and then blend it out with my fingers slightly. And that gives, I don't know if you can tell on camera, maybe better on this side where the light's better, but it gives a lovely a lovely natural looking flush, and it doesn't look too cakey because you're not using powder. It just looks natural, which is nice. I just think it looks so pretty. And obviously with stippling you can build the colour up. I like my colour quite subtle on my cheeks at the moment. But that's just me. Obviously if you want something a bit stronger, you don't have to blend it out as much as me. Then I'm going to take my Estee Lauder. This is like a double-ended sample. I do have both of the products full size, but I just thought for the ease of this video I'll use the double-ended one. On one side I have the Lash Primer Plus, and on the other side I have the Sumptuous mascara in black. Now, primer for this, I don't usually use primer for a full day, like for a full look, but for this one I want to like make the most of my eyes because I haven't got much on them and I'm not wearing eyeliner, so I'm just going to apply the primer to make them look a bit more voluminous, is that the word? And then straight after put the black on top. I only use one coat of each, but just really work it in. The idea is to look natural, like I keep saying, but not too natural, not too overdone. Purely because, like I've said before, too overdone natural doesn't look natural at all, if that makes any sense. It just looks like you've got loads of makeup on. So yeah, just a bit of mascara, really work that mascara into the roots of the lashes. Just for a nice full flutter. I always get conscious about my mouth hanging open when I do my mascara. Okay, I'm just going to go back and just sort of try and separate these ones. They seem to have come together a tiny bit, that's probably because I wasn't paying attention. There we go. And literally the last thing I do is take a tiny bit of the lipstick that I put through my cheek and just smudge that onto the bottom lip, and then using my finger just pat it out. And there you have it. That is my very easy, very quick routine. Obviously I've got it down to being a lot quicker. I was just showing you on the video and taking my time with it, but yeah, this is just such a quick, easy, pretty look for every day that I wear to work and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thumbs up if you want to see more sort of stuff like this from me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!